Good morning. Do you hear the birds? It's cold out here, but I'm having a breakthrough and I have to come and share it with you. So, giving and receiving love is what's coming up because I have a beautiful friend. She knows who she is. Who gives and receives and sees love so easily. We all do. That's not what's different about her. Isn't that she sees it, but that she is allowing herself to flow into it and become it and give it so freely and receive it. And that's the thing, right? That's what we are. At least that's what I am. It's unlocking something in me that I realize all I've ever been, all I've ever wanted to be, not just feel, not just express, but literally be, is in the flow of giving and receiving love. But there's all this noise, right? With people, because, I haven't always received the love someone has given me. Maybe I have provided some noise to that person, right? Or they've done that to me. And I realized it's so much the same thing as our thoughts when we have negative thought patterns or fearful thought programming. And that it's kind of our hearts, the same analogy that applies to our minds applies to our hearts. In that, hold on. That if you practice knowing that you need to kind of filter the thoughts of the mind and know that they're not real, right? We meditate and pray and remind ourselves that the thoughts going by right here aren't real. They all come back to something we're afraid of, which basically boils down to fear of not being lovable, right? Or fear of death. Pretty much every negative thought I have about myself or the world, or every time that I look at somebody else and judge them, it's me saying somehow I'm not going to be worthy to them, therefore there's something got to be wrong with them, right? And so we practice, like, that's, maybe the first step, or just maybe a step for me on the realization of what I'm coming to now with my heart, is that you filter out your experiences with people the same way that you filter those thoughts. You filter the same thing with your heart, meaning that, when someone doesn't love you back or is expressing anger or frustration or whatever that doesn't feel like them loving you to you, that's also just as not real as the thought that's floating past your head. We can control that, right? We can say that's not real, that's not my soul, that's not my higher self, so just flow it out. Same thing goes for every single thing you experience in the external world about other people, what it appears that you're receiving from them. If it doesn't appear that you're receiving love from them, then you just need to filter that out, because they are love. And I don't think that I've always realized that. Like, I am coming to that as part of my awakening journey now, in that when I look at someone and I feel into them, I feel like I do see their soul and I do see them as pure love. And there's this desire to just love them. And it's an irresistible desire to just love everyone. It's not just a desire, it just is what I am. The desire is for me to let it out. That's what the desire is. For me to let them know it is scary, because They might not get it. And it doesn't matter because their soul does get it. Them not getting it, or them not receiving it, or them not wanting to give it back to me is that, just like that thought that needs to be filtered. Even if it's a feeling, even if it's a vibe of like, you know, even if it bounces right off of them, that can still be filtered. That is not evidence in the world that you shouldn't love that person, or that you shouldn't express your love to that person, or that you're not worthy. Because when you get to the point where you can look at every person, and I mean this about you, the people that are listening, my old college and high school friends, old work friends, just photography clients. I mean, you guys are all current friends, family of my friends, people that I knew from years ago or currently. It's like, if I've ever seen you, if I've ever watched you laugh, if I've ever hugged you or known you or played with you when I was a kid or marched in marching band with you, it's like that feeling that I have for all of the people I've ever known or ever spoken to or ever heard your beautiful voice is so irresistibly full of love. And I can't be anything except for the expression of that. And it's just like your thoughts. You just do it anyway, even if it doesn't feel good, even if there is some kind of feedback, which I still haven't figured out what that feedback even is, right? It's like our thoughts. Just because you think you're going to die and doesn't mean that it's real, right? So those feelings of unworthiness or inability to express love are coming up for me really big. And it's all coming out. It's flowing out. So if you guys get a random message from me, because that has been happening, you know, just know I love you. I really, really do.